fucking done.
All right, here's that H to B swap DG. I was fighting the other day to get apart. Time about water pump all back on it.
Now we're starting a new project. Corn power. So
That E85 light. Now, but what we have here is a car that's overheating when it goes into boost. I wonder what that can be. Over here, stock S2000 mint, 70-some thousand miles, all original. Came in with a misfire code. I found the valve lash was too tight. Somebody recently did the AP2 retainer swap. I don't think they adjusted the valves. We're gonna give that a shot. And then K23, sorry. Overboosting. What's the problem with overboosting? We need all the boost, but we can't have that on this. All right, that black EK we had in the other video, heads off. There was no dowel pins in this one.
they're back already.
None.
Or is that somebody else?
Same was. Check this out. That plug we were talking about, JB Weld. It's not even a plug.
Pick.
Better yet, check this out. Cam journal shot. What is this? What is this? This is a project for the channel. Went and picked me up a 94 EG. Did not look this clean when I picked it up. She was covered in mold. I'm very surprised at how clean she came. All right, what we got here? A D16 Z6. Rod and piston combo, Eagle Wiseco's, 10-to-1 compression, comp cam, comp valve springs and retainers, Skunk 2 intake manifold, Omni 3-bar, precision turbo, tile gate. This thing made, it was a customer's. They kind of gave up on it when the clutch went out. I tuned it almost a year ago. Clutch slipped on the dyno around 19 psi, but it still made 348 horsepower. I'm gonna put a clutch in it. Ordered it today, should be here later this week. I'll put it in this weekend. Once that goes in, might do a little video of putting the clutch in it. Keep you up to date on this car. But the plan is just change the clutch in it, retune it, get the tune up to date, just make around 350 again, enjoy it. After I've got a little bit of enjoyment out of it, I'm gonna turn her up, see what she will make before it cracks a sleeve or something gives up. But when it gives up, the H is going in. That's going bye-bye. Oh, look what we got here. Might have seen those on the guys' cars over at Motor Nubs. Brandon and Peyton both have one. It won't be staying in here. I don't really like it. Hits the dash. I can't take it. I'm gonna put a stock one back in it. All right. Oil pressure, boost assist, wideband, black ass. That goes in the trash. JMS tuning sticker. Not a bad buy. Like I said, I got to put a clutch. It had been setting. I had to do a little bit of brake work and a starter and a battery. But once I get a clutch in this thing, I'll throw some tags on her, start making some videos. Got the LS VTEC apart that was running on E85. She's been together for a while, but pushing water under boost. We took her apart and found out why, I believe. If you look at the bottom of the head gasket right here, hard to tell, but it looks like the head's been walking. They had the dowel pins on the wrong side of the head gasket. Drilled the head gasket out and the block out. The dowel pin should actually be on this side. And for a B20 VTEC or a LS VTEC, you should have a dowel pin that steps down from big to small.
And they didn't buy it.
They didn't have that, so they put Teflon tape around the bottom of it to get a bigger, tighter fit. But they also had it on the wrong side of the block. They drilled this hole out a little bigger. So what was happening, the head was pretty much just vibrating around on the block, I believe. And that took its toll on the head gasket eventually. We ordered a gasket. Gonna take the head to the machine shop, make sure it's straight. Do a resurface, cleaning, put her back together. Shaddy boy. It's a new day. Yesterday we got the motor out of this. Another one's in it today. K24A2 setting in there nice and pretty. Just need some fluids. A little more work and we can fire that thing up. I got to get a K-tuner installed on it, and so we can get a base mat for that motor on there. Won't be tuning that one just yet. This one, head gasket comes in for it today. I don't think we'll get started on it. Maybe, I don't know. All right guys, Walbro 450 install. Walbro 450 install on this EG hatch, so we can get it on the dyno. We can get this thing changed out. Okay, hood's open. What we have here now is a B18C1 84mm Eagle rods, JE pistons, Crowler Stage 2 cam, Bosch 2200s, Skunk 2 intake manifold and throttle body, a Garrett 35R. Alright, we're gonna tune this thing on E85 and pump gas with the ethanol content sensor. Fuel pump is now in, back seat and all's in. I'm gonna have to wire the ethanol content sensor. She's not wired. Here's our wires for it. I'm gonna get that, then get some fuel in the tank because she's empty, then get a base map on this thing, see if we can get her idling. Okay, I lied. We don't have to just wire the ethanol content sensor. Pulled the computer out of here and there's no Honda in it. Honda computer and the Honda itself was in the trunk. I gotta install that and another computer along with some boost by gear components. And then I gotta install the boost by gear solenoid. That's the boost by gear components from Chris at the Xenocron. That goes in the ECU to work the Mac valve. But there's a 4-port Mac valve from Chris over to Xenocron as well. We'll get that on the car. For now, I got to get the soldering iron plugged in and get this computer done. Get this Honda installed. Alright, kind of skipped the wiring of a bunch of this stuff. I just had to work, I'm sorry. Mac valves in. Ethanol content sensors wired. Guess I wired the data logging for the wideband for no reason. Wideband's bad. Oh, time to fire this thing up, I think. Ooh, she's low on fuel. Hey, is my fuel gauge reading anything when I prime it?
Yeah, 40.
Sounds like the pump's running dry, but I'm gonna try it. Gonna see what she can do after we throw some fuel in it. Customer has quite a high hopes for this thing. He's hoping for 700 out of it, but a couple things I can tell you about it. The reason I know it's not gonna make 700 is comp stage 4 clutch. That's not gonna hold it. Distributor, stock distributor, stock coil, all that jazz. That's two main reasons. Third reason being, I can't get under the car and show you. I don't know what I was thinking. Car has a full 2 1/4 inch exhaust under it. Customer wants to leave it under there. That's not happening. Not those numbers. We're gonna tune it and see what she makes on pump. Then we also gotta tune it on E85. I think I'll probably just do mid 400s pump gas. When we get to the ethanol, try for whatever she makes until something gives up. Clutch, something's gonna say, hey, we can't make this power. We'll see what it is. All right, the hatch is off the dyno. Had some issues with it. VTEC is not working. Computer sending signal to the solenoid. Solenoid is working correctly. So something internal is keeping VTEC from coming on. We got to figure that out. Like I said, VTEC's not working. That's with VTEC on. It should keep climbing. It don't. Had to give up on that till we talked to the customer. It's going to be a little more money, a little more labor intensive. We got to talk to him, make sure we're on the same page before we go any farther. So that's on hold. Clutch came in for the daily. Competition clutch. Comp stage 4. She should hold the power. I don't know though. We'll find out.
What's Shadow think?
What you think? Said I was gonna do a video of taking the clutch out of the daily or project car. Didn't do that, kind of slacked on it. Greg got the clutch out of it this morning while I was on the dyno with a roundy round car. But there she is. Flywheel got a couple hot spots on it, gonna get that turned. Not sure what clutch came out of here, but she's pretty beat. Disc don't look good, looks like a center force clutch disc. Backside of the disc looks fine. Pressure plate looks like it might be a comp pressure plate, so I think somebody just mismatched parts here to get a clutch. And I had an issue getting it in gear this morning to get it in the shop. I think that might be why. Release bearing, she's good. I think we'll reuse that one. Nah. Clutch going into single jingle car. Come in today, got the intercooler and charge piping fabbed up on this EK LS VTEC Borg S366. Got to do some vacuum lines and some coolant lines, a little bit of wiring. This thing will be ready to fire up and get on the dyno. While that was getting done today, I didn't film shit. Sorry, I was working once again. Craig managed to get my clutch in the Civic. Trans is back in. just got to retune her. We can get her on the dyno and I can start driving this thing.